Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and this week Dragonflight sees additional alt-friendly benefits. Leveling new characters becomes even easier with a new Sanctuary buff, which releases in just a handful of days, awarding additional experience for those of you looking to level some alts in Dragonflight. The return of the Revival Catalyst allows you to transform select Season 2 gear and items, imbuing them with tier set bonuses. Perfect for catching up any of your undergeared, freshly leveled alts. If you're looking to take advantage of the new alt-friendly benefits to get a few more characters ready ahead of the patch 10.15, and you prefer PvP as your form of endgame content, then in this video I'll go over some of the classes looking to make some fantastic improvements and gain more competitive value within PvP, in case you're looking for some leveling suggestions. But right before we get into this class update video, most of you guys watching these are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do, so let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to get more regular content regarding all of the newest Dragonflight updates and changes going forward. The class of Mage has really set itself above the rest so far in the patch 10.15. And while none of the tuning numbers are yet final, both the specs of Frost and Fire have gained a ton of firepower thanks to the most recent talent tree changes. Starting with the spec of Fire, which has seen its spec talents overhauled, with many of the familiar choices moved to a different node in the talent tree. One of the biggest changes Fire Mages got was an overhaul to their capstones. The right hand side supports Meteor gameplay, enhancing its potential in single target encounters. The left side fuels your burst with hyperthermia, which allows fire mages to embrace the unpredictability of wildfire. And the middle portion holds a new choice node, which houses Unleashed Inferno, a passive which massively boosts the value of combustion, enhancing all of your single target spells by 45% during its uptime. With passives like Glass Cannon as well as Flame Accelerant, allows fire mages to create new openings where a quick burst combo could surely finish off an unsuspecting target. It's simple yet an effective setup which leaves the enemy just mere moments to respond. Another upgrade seen by the spec of Fire is the newly added support towards the Flame Strike AoE ability. Normally, Flame Strike sees very little use, be it in raids, dungeons, and most definitely within PvP. Though newly added talents and further incorporation of Flame Strike into existing options allows fire mages to set the world in flames, increasing the damage of Flame Strike the closer the enemy is to the point of impact, which creates a whole another combo attack, the one with a lengthy setup. However, the burst damage is fairly rewarding and may be worth the effort, especially if your target is unable to escape with a classic polymorph setup. Then we have the spec of Frost, which has gone through quite the transformation. First, the mage's Water Elemental, which in most cases is criminally underused in most endgame content, has gained a brand new purpose in the patch 10.15. Tied to the ability of Icy Veins, the Water Elemental is now a temporary summon, which strikes at your target's defenses. Every spell cast by the Water Elemental causes your targets to take additional frost damage up to a 20% maximum. This alone allows frost mages to gain additional value within PvP. Simply freezing your target in place with the elemental shatters their armor, which allows both for added burst as well as even greater control. Frost Mage's Mastery has also undergone through changes, incorporating abilities such as Blizzard, Frozen Orb, Glacial Spike, and Ray of Frost into its passive effect, which allows your talented spells to gain additional value. Spells like Glacial Spike now carry a lot more weight, piercing past your targets with far more additional power. And the same can be said about Ray of Frost, which can be further empowered with Cryopathy. Casting Icy Veins causes Ray of Frost to gain additional power, growing 80% stronger. And each channel from Ray of Frost gains even more power with every pulse, further amplified by your Mastery, the Water Elemental, and the Frost Mage Shadow Crit combos. One of the newest additions of patch 10.15 is an added playstyle of augmentation coming to the class of the Evoker, a buff-focused DPS class which embraces more of a hybrid identity, focused on supporting their allies through buffs, defensive empowerments, and support abilities rather than just dealing damage during combat. And this unusual playstyle has a lot in the community wondering regarding its viability and standing within PvP, and if the spec will find any competitive footing. For one, can augmentation even deal damage? While augmentation does not have nearly the same burst as their devastation counterpart, they do carry their own, capable of establishing pressure against enemy targets, though preferring strong sustain over exciting burst combinations. Though what sets augmentation apart from every other caster is the new tools they bring into the PvP environment. Being able to bolster their allies is a given, but they can also protect their teammates with shields and armor increases, and even group-wide dispels, creating new windows where allies can even escape all harm. Augment their party's maximum range, enhancing all of their abilities with a much greater distance, and adding even more disruption tools into the PvP combat, creating a new experience which on paper could be incredibly powerful within PvP, and would help augmentation establish a more competitive footing going forward. The spec of Holy Paladin has also seen numerous upgrades in the patch 10.1.5, which could make him gain quite a bit of power within competitive PvP. Holy Paladin was one of the select specs to gain Talent Tree Overhaul, which has expanded their healing capabilities, supporting both the melee combat healing role as well as the more attractive range healer playstyle, which is especially useful within PvP. Holy Paladins have also embraced their identity as a Glimmer Paladin, which spreads passive buffs with holy shocks on foes and allies, and using the magic effect to heal and damage simultaneously, while gaining new talent options to help augment and evoke those glimmers with far more agency. Finally, the legendary Shakadin playstyle is finally set to make a return in the patch 10.1.5, a long-lost archetype of the ranged paladin healers, which were capable of turning their holy spells against their foes from a safe distance. The talent of Denounce makes its big return, taking the place of Shield of the Righteous to smite your foes with the holy light, dealing damage from afar while suppressing the enemy's ability to land critical strikes, which offers quite a bit of defensive value by denying the target's critical blows, but also causing quite a bit of damage in return, with many talents further empowering this Denounce caster playstyle. It's very unlikely that this will make Holy Paladin just as powerful as Retribution when it comes to raw damage output, but it does allow Holy Paladins an aggressive build, which can help pressure the enemy team with solid damage output, while keeping them on the back foot, unable to counter, attack, or recover quickly with this newfound crit suppression value. The class of Warlock is also gaining new gameplay changes in the patch 10.1.5, starting with Destruction Warlock, who initially gained a new version of Crashing Chaos. Summoning Infernals increased the Chaos Bolt damage dramatically, which resulted in overpowering burst damage output. This damage was so potent that they quickly reduced it specifically within PvP, though it still does offer quite a bit of devastating output. The other is a buff to Dimensional Rift, which opens up doorways into the chaos of space and time, erupting outwards towards any who stand before you. A powerful talent which saw quite a bit of play, simply gains even more additional pressure in 10.1.5. Then we have the spec of Affliction Warlock, which sees even more damage over time improvements. First of all, the ability of Unstable Affliction, your primary periodic effect, has gained new damage buffs within PvP, improving on its single target pressure. Talents like Rampant Affliction adjust Unstable Affliction, trading out single target damage for group-wide pressure, where talents like Dread Touch can help establish unbearable rotting output, forcing enemies to slowly wither or remove this corruption, which can have even more devastating results. We saw small improvements to the filler spells like Shadow Bolt, which can even help refresh some of your deadliest corruptions. Affliction has also gained a new talent of Oblivion, a powerful draining effect which channels over 3 seconds. This wicked magic effect gains additional value for every damage over time effect applied to the enemy target, and offers quite a bit of burst in between of you spreading your corruptions. I want to thank all of you so much for watching this video, and hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or hang out with the rest of the community to discuss some of the upcoming changes. join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts down below, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.